Hello and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. It's going to be a good one today because we're about to make a decision that will ultimately lead to the destruction of one of the two factions here in the Emerald Vale. And after that, we'll get the power regulator for our ship and take off to explore the rest of Halcyon. We just wrapped up all the side quests in the area, so we are free to piss off one of these factions without missing any loot, lore, or experience points. Now, I was doing a sound check just a minute ago, and I found that Parvati here has some dialogue options we haven't seen yet. So before we head back to the geothermal plant, let's have a little chat with her.
Something you need?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
I'm sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
You got along with your you got along well with your dad. You might not have with your mother.
Could be. Reckon I'll never know.
Thomas seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
I've not lately seen a man with a bigger or more obvious crush.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst.
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker?
You sounded worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I don't make a habit of imbibing.
It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking.
You're very sensitive, aren't you?
Am I? Well, it's just normal to me. Why isn't everybody else, I wonder?
That's a good point. Let's get back to it. Okay, geothermal plant. I think we can just fast travel there. And there shouldn't be any enemies or anything. Time for the big decision. I already know what I'm going to do, it's obvious. The first time I played this game, though, it took me a while to figure out which was the right call. I thought that sending the deserters back to Edgewater would at least allow everyone to survive, but then I realized
Once we do this, there's no going back.
that town is just completely
Hey,
doomed.
mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
If I recall, it was actually this conversation here that made me unsure of my decision. But if you think about it, those decent folk who live in Edgewater will probably find their way into the deserter camp, and they'll be fine. and all the not so decent folk in Edgewater will starve to death, and that's that. And I think that's what they deserve. The deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they've built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
That is rude. Not saying that. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Oh. Parvati, you're a cutie pie. But I disagree with your politics. Redirect power. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Okay. Operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently distributed to Edgewater and Botanical Laboratory. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. They select a destination. Redirect power to Botanical Laboratory. Power successfully redirected to Botanical Laboratory. Edgewater power regulator is now safe to remove. Sweet! We can put that in our ship and take off. Botanical Laboratory power regulator is now operating at optimal capacity. Warning, additional structural damage detected. Warning, permanent power failure detected in Edgewater. Notice, blatant disregard for Spacer's Choice property has been logged. Please report yourself to your designated supervisor for an immediate reprimand. It's a good thing I don't have one. Or actually, I'll report myself to Phineas Wales. How about that? He can punish me. Thank you for serving the Spacer's Choice family. Well, that last line just doesn't make sense with the rest of it, but okay. Let's go. I'm going to stop by the deserter camp first to see if there's a difference in their power. They'll probably thank me or something. Not looking for a reward or anything from them, just want to hear from them. See what they have to say. No need for a gun here. Adelaide should be here somewhere. There she is.
Do you hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the Vale like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
What happens now?
Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
And a lot more mouths to feed.
Not as many as you'd think. We're not about to let the whole town join our flock. Just the ones willing to renounce their corporate loyalties and live the way nature intended.
See, all the good people
I
will be
am
fine.
curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
Oh, I just needed a power regulator for my ship, and I flipped a coin. Between your camp and Reed's cannery, yours is the better way of life.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
All right. Wonder if anyone else has anything to say. Let's just check in first.
Something I can help you with?
Nope, guess not. Alright. Probably don't want to fast travel directly into town. Well, guess I could just quick save look for just in case. It'll probably be okay. Maybe. Guns out. Oh, I think the music changed. This is per bodies. Oh no, it's sealed. There was loot in there. Oh well.
Okay, keep them quiet.
Those people look upset. Only you? What? Okay. Oh, hey there, Mr. Thompson.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
I don't owe you an explanation.
You're right. I put the fate of our town in the hands of some feckless transient. This is my fault, and all Edgewater's paying for my mistake. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
I'm sorry. Kind of am. But mostly he brought it on himself, so... And I really don't care about this, so I guess I'll just leave. You're responsible for the death of all your guards? You don't get to walk away from that.
You just killed him.
What are you getting upset for? I just did you a favor. I don't really like any of these options, but I'll go with that one.
A favor? You just made me an accomplice to murdering my boss. I can't. I need to leave. I need to get away from here. I need to get away from you.
Oh, I don't like this. Wait. Okay, cool. There's a way out. Reed was treating you like garbage. I was trying to protect you.
You killed Mr. Thompson for talking down his nose at me? You got a real twisted sense of chivalry, you know that? Let's just move on. I couldn't forgive myself if I let you loose upon the Vale unsupervised.
I'm not liking how that turned out.
Shh.
I don't want Parvati to be mad at me. That was pretty interesting to see, though.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was... I never knew how right...
We've already seen this. I don't know your next
You're right. What?
Can I try saying this? No, okay. Sure, why not?
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
You know, I don't hate that. Letting him go and be imprisoned is a much more fitting punishment than quick death. I do want his hat. Because it has like some speech points or something, but I think he should just go to jail. I'll let him go. Unfortunately, I have to kill all of these guards because I didn't have high enough intimidation. Could I have gotten there with some... No, not even close. Yeah, I don't even have anything to do with that. So let's just start... Oh,
right.
Whoops.
Here we go!
Thought I had a charging gun. Oh, shoot. Oh, we're gonna fight. Kinda have to kill you. Oh, he was running. I could have let him go. But I kinda just got into it. Oh, shoot. We're still fighting. Okay, just take it all. Wait, what? Did I get his hat? Oh, I didn't get his hat. What's that about? I swear you're supposed to drop the hat. Oh, great. I don't hear Parvati. What happened to her? Her health is gone. That's not good. Where is she, though? Oh, jeez. She's face down until combat. Okay, combat ended. She's fine. Just a flesh wound or whatever they say. Leveled up. Now I could have enough intimidate to save those guards. Do I want the... Probably do want dialogue. Is there anything else useful I could get? Oh, actually, very yes. Are these useful though? Heal amount, effect duration, no. Plasma damage, shock damage, science weapon damage. Not using a plasma weapon anymore. Oh, but I could mod this with shock or with plasma even. Okay, that's good. What's this 20 bonus? Support engineering. That's strange. Oh, my guns are already really high. I don't need to worry about that for a while. So it's either dialogue or tech. Tech. Oh. The skills unlocked from these are just combat things. That's not even... Yeah, screw it. Just tech. Okay. Are there any more guards in here that I need to worry about? Don't think so. Health is full anyway, so if one shows up, it's not a big deal. This place was infected with spreads. We got it! Now, there was that back door that I unlocked somewhere. Where is that? It's over here somewhere. Oh, it's out there. And there's a bunch more guards out there, and I don't want to kill any more than I have to. Just out of respect. So I should probably just sneak out of here. Oh! Mr. Thompson had a key on him. So really, I have to at least... Oh man. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see if we can try to get through that door. I think I'm pretty sneaky. Oh, there's another guard. Crap. Oh, he's mobile. Okay, we can just wait for him. Do I have any sneak gear or anything? What is this? Power regulator. A general purpose power regulator used in electrical transformers required to repair the unreliable. Okay, sneak gear. Sneak is what category? Stealth, of course. Tech skills, lockpick, tech pack, science, stealth. What this? It's here so we don't lose it. I want to keep all of this actually. That is useless. That is less on that. Okay. Riot control, they're both riot control. I'm going to break this down because I don't need it. And this one. Oh! Yeah, no, I'm getting random mods now. So this one too. Wow, you're really not aware of your surroundings, lady. Oh man. What? What is going on? Well, this is unfortunate. I guess I'm just going to sneak out of here. Maybe there's something in here that lifts the lockdown. Wait, it might have been down here actually. I don't see anything. I swear I'm supposed to be able to get in that elevator. Maybe up here. That sucks. Alright. Time to leave then. Oh, this was... Oh. Well, it still would have been more stuff anyway. Okay. Maybe we'll come back another day and see if the lockdown is over. What is this? Broken bottles. Huh. I can just fast travel now to the unreliable. So Parvati is totally fine with me having killed Reed now. Because...
Is this your ship?
Oh,
Oh
man.
my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew.
Oh.
Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. I got a captain.
So as I was saying, Parvati's totally fine with me killing Reed Thompson in this case, because I didn't do it in cold-blooded murder. I did it in self-defense. Which is good. Because I don't want her mad at me.
Well,
Hello there.
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Alright then. So,
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Very nice. What do you think, Parvati?
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
That's kind of rude. We'll talk later. I wish there was something else I could say there. I think before we get going,
Easy.
I'm going to mod my guns a little bit, and I'll use those lockers to store all the mods that I don't need, as they weigh quite a bit. So, let's start here. Check out what we have equipped. That needs repair. I'll probably never use this, honestly. Yeah, no. So I have this bolter pistol. Oh. Did I sell that pristine condition pistol? Yeah, I think I did. I want to keep that just because it's unique. Don't need any of this other stuff. Oh, I want to keep that. That is good. It's just I was running low on ammo for it. Yeah, I'll hang on to that one. The rest of these I can just scrap. Oh, I got a gyro sight from that one. Getting random weapon mods. 20% chance to get a random weapon mod. The engineering skill is 40. Okay, any armor to break down? Oh, I want to switch back to this. So that's more defense. Probably hang on to this for a while because the stealth skill is potentially useful. I'm going to keep that for sentimental reasons. These are all weightless and have nice stats on them, so I'll keep all those as well. Nothing left to break down. Oh, my weight's very low, that's good. I don't have a bunch of crap on me except for this, which I'm about to get rid of it all. Not too much. Oh, that's quest items. Oh, no junk. Good. Okay. Looking good. Didn't I just break these down? Oh. This is what Parvati has? And yeah, she's holding a plasma rifle. Okay. 50, 53. But she likes her hammer. just leave it as is for now. Okay. Modify. I can change the bullet type to plasma or shock. I think plasma has some kind of downside against certain enemies, but shock mostly does not. So I'll probably go with shock. There's another type of damage, I think it's corrosive, that I'll get later on that's really good against pretty much everything. I have extendo sight, this is gyro sight, less weapon spread. I would rather have the scope. So I'll just put shock on this. And we're good to go. Let's check out armor. No, this is just a weapon workbench. Oh. There are 4 types of mods I can put on this. More defense. Doesn't sell for too much, and I have 3 of them, so might as well. Electrocharged surface. Applies an electrical charge to the armor's exterior, occasionally shocking any attacker who comes in contact. Actually sells for quite a bit, so I might hang on to that, and that doesn't sound too useful. If I'm doing my job right, melee attackers won't get up close to me anyway. That is a pristine armor mod, even though armor has no durability, which is weird, but it means it's worth more, so I'll probably want to sell that. I don't use those skills anyway, so yeah, I'll sell that. Tech skills. Oh, and I have 2 more of this, so it's fine. Oh, that is probably pretty useful. What do I put it in this? My other one was... Maybe I save it and find something that already has some dialogue skill in it. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Since I only have 1. I don't really need it. That is good. Minus footstep volume and minus footstep sound radius. Probably want that. That's 5 meters of interactable highlight range. Don't need that. The highlight range is already kind of ridiculous anyway. 20 kilograms carry capacity. That would be nice. But I think I can manage. I'll get the reduced footstep noise. That's all I need for now. Since I don't use that pistol, I might as well check it out, see what I can put. Oh, a muzzler. Minus 90% fire noise. That could be useful. I only have 1. It's not worth too much, so it's probably pretty common. What else can I get? I can change it to plasma. I think it already is plasma though. So yeah, I'll put this on. A silenced pistol. That's definitely useful. I like to sneak. Okay, that does it for that. Oh, it shoots 3 shots at once. Energy shots. So yeah, I should use that sparingly. But definitely useful. Does 75 damage per shot. Actually does more per shot than my hunting rifle. So yeah, pretty useful. Okay. Put the rest of the mods that we have in these lockers. How do I do that? What? I swear there's a way to do that. Although I played this on console, not PC before, so maybe it's a console-only thing? What? That sucks. Oh, which means I can't store random gear. Oh, these doors are not open yet. I have to talk to Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Never been better.
Good, great, excellent. Let's move on. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly.
Fine. I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
You want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned this thing has limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
To good use. Thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Alright, let's go upstairs and get that holographic shroud. Holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Okay. Ah, I can transfer now. I guess I needed to finish the quest of repairing the ship before it allows me to store things on it, so that's good. And store. I want to keep that, I think. Stealth skills, yep. These are all weightless. I will store these in the lockers downstairs for easier access. But first there's a terminal. Oh wait, what's this? Reed's hat. What? How did that end up here? It was on his head. Did I take his skull with me? What? Okay, well I got Reed's hat. Oh, Vicar Max is now on my team. He has a shotgun and a telescoping staff. And he has an available perk. What do I do for perk, buddy? Oh, yeah. Probably just do the same. Increase or decrease aggro. Base health. Yeah, we'll just take bonus hack when he's along. Oh, a second perk? No, 0 available. Oh, I have to apply. Yep. Right, Reed's hat. 7 dialogue skills. Very nice. I can actually get rid of that. Because lie is a dialogue skill, right? Yes, okay. Not worth very much, so I'll just scrap it. Make sure I'm scrapping the right thing. 5 lie, 7 dialogue skill. Okay. Right, this terminal. Let's see what Captain Hawthorne was up to. Welcome, Captain. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Hawthorne's unread messages. From you, Bedford. From Udon. Wingman's Wingman, Bedford. Wow, he thinks highly of himself. To Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Ree, thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you are out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Entirely intentional. Wink wink, Udom. Is that the only... Yeah, I guess. Hawthorne's archived messages. From you, Bedford, same guy. Oh, this was the first of those messages. He sent an additional appendum, or he appended this message. Whatever the word is for that. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms at work for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad, and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Okay, so I think these are in reverse order, so I'm going to start from this one down here. Dear Alex. Hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship? My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color? You know, really tie one on. Let me know, your friend Udom. That one was titled A Pleasure. This one, subject, checking in. Dear Alex, hello. Hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Aha. Just like your ship. Oh, jeez. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed, you know, about the Wells fellow. I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again, Wingman. Or looking forward to seeing you again, Wingman. Wink. And that's where he gave him the nickname, I guess. Your dear friend, Udom. Subject. Hello? Hello? Guess he's not responding. Don't blame him. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Best Udom. P.S. Please respond. So I guess this Udom guy is a bit obsessed with Alex. Probably has a crush on him and doesn't even realize he's gay. And Alex is probably not interested, even slightly. Oh, I can examine this now. Obsidian skull, forged under pressure. This decorative skull is carved from volcanic rock. Sometimes, when faced with a choice, the only proper response is to annihilate the people asking you to make it. I like it. I like it. Anything else in here?
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Sentry saber. Might as well. Might as well break it down. Yeah, it's not very good. What's this? Obsidian skull. Okay. Let's check out the rest of the ship since the doors are open now. A robot? There's no response from the automechanical unit. A serial number etched in its chassis includes the letters SAM. Leave the automechanical alone. Perhaps we can do something with that later. I don't know. What's this? Oh, it's Parvati's room, I think. Photo of Parvati's father. A stern older man with warm eyes. He does have warm eyes. I could take all of her stuff, but I probably shouldn't. Why is that highlighted? Weird. Oh, examine. I didn't even see that. Petunia plant. This is not a petunia. What? Okay. The modern something. Let's see if I can. Modern ST steel. Modern steel wrench and U. Modern steel wrench and U. It's construction, operation, maintenance, and design. Okay. Oh, I could have seen it right there. This book is heavily dogeared. I don't know that word. With doodles in the margins. Banged up toolbox full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtoothed blade. All right. What are you doing with these pet pills? I don't need that. Ooh. Abigail. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. How cute. There's the vicar. Doctrinal Studies 539 of Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have came loose, the glue now yellowed and cracking along the spines. The Journal of Maximilian de Soto, Volume 1. The scribblings on these journal pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. Well, I guess that's one form of security. Keep people from reading your journal. Index of Banned Literature. For official OSI eyes only. Illegal to be viewed by unsanctioned individuals. I have a feeling he's not supposed to have this, which is great. Part 1. Various qualifying considerations. Part 2. Principal rules of restrictive management. Part 3. Morals and maxims of banning unethical literature. Part 4. Proof of the Grand Architect and predestination. Refutation of the titles listed here within. Part 5. Consequences, the mind, and the will of man when led astray. Part 6. Official list of banned titles. Part 7. Prerequisites for advancing the investigation, outing, and penalizing of offenders. He probably only has this for part 6 here, so he knows what to collect. At least that's the hope. Topspell trading cards. In mint condition, most of these cards represent players from the Hephaestus Hammers and the Tilebackers. What's this say? The Art and Science of Tossball. Impossible to put down. Order of Scientific Inquiry, Office of Literature. This endorsement has been approved. Okay. Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Signed by Seymour Whitlock, who held the record for most on-the-field fatalities for 3 consecutive seasons. Wow, fatalities is a stat in this game. That's
Oh, hello,
very
Captain.
interesting. Oh, hello.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
I like to know something about those I'm flying with. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why were you so passionate about it?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
But weren't they proud when you became a vicar, at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
What's this plan you keep talking about?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
So many dialogue options. Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
Sounds like you, if you don't find the answers you're looking for, that rubber band's just gonna snap you right back, huh? I was a colonist on the Hope. A scientist named Wells saved me. Should I tell him that? Yeah, sure.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you.
Oh, so he doesn't even believe
What are you
me.
going to do now?
I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Just because it's the right thing to do.
A commendable attitude.
Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Baconu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Remind me, what are your thoughts on the Philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas where we can find someone who speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled
what?
Terra 2 some years ago.
What was
He's
that
an
about?
expert on Baconu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
A former what now?
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
That's totally fine. That sounds like a good lead, but how do we find him?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
You sound like a criminal. I'm liking this. How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
How will a crew manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Sounds good, let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
There was more
Yes, you
dialogue.
caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Oh. No, we're good. Okay, that was a lot of dialogue. What's in here? Empty cabin, nothing yet. And another, and another. Okay. I think we've already been in this kitchen. Oh, guess not. Catch up. Tomato-flavored paste with a secret blend of 37 herbs, spices, and flavored additives. I'm guessing there's 1 herb, 1 spice, and 35 flavor additives, but that's okay. Alright. Not like I'm gonna eat it, I'm just gonna sell it. Alright. What's this? The bathroom, that's good. And a shower. Yep. Good that we have one of those. I'll keep that closed so it doesn't stink up the ship. And we're back in this room. These away. Put weapon mods in this one. Armor mods in this one. I'll hang on to this because it sells for more. Okay. Alright. Let's wrap it up there. Next time we will pay Phineas Wells a quick visit and then head on over to the Groundbreaker. Thanks for watching. See you next time.